Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the very first, or no, not welcome back, but welcome to the very first episode of the Paul and Guest podcast. I'm so excited. This has been a long time coming. It's going to be a lot of fun. And here I'm with my guest, because it's Paul and Guest. Say your name?
Jamila.
Okay, that's enough of the music. We can get rid of that now. But basically, it's been a long time since we came up with this idea, probably 4 years ago, and I never got around to making this because I just had other things going on, and it was actually supposed to be someone else who was supposed to make this. But you know what? I decided, why don't I do it? So now I'm going to have this podcast, Paul and Guest. I'm going to try to make a bunch of episodes. Basically, you might be asking, well, what is the Paul and Guest podcast? And really anything we want. Like, I'm going to have people on to, like, debate each other. I'm just going to have random people maybe do stand-up, just talk to, like, people. What else? You want to jump in, Jamila?
I have no idea.
Talk louder, they can't hear you.
Okay. I have no idea.
Thank you. We have a cat in the room, and she's currently freaking out over that. But, oh yeah, we also have jokes or something. Maybe do news segments. Or something, yeah. Basically, anything can happen here, and I'm hoping it will. The first couple of episodes are definitely going to be boring, because it's like entering a new format. I'm not really used to this. But hopefully after a while, we're going to get the ball rolling. We have a cat on the floor. He's currently smelling Jamila's foot. So that's really cool. So, Jamila, why don't you introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Jamila, and
Also known as?
Paul likes to call me Jam Jam.
It's a nickname that's stuck, and other people call her it.
No.
There was a poster up at school that said Jamila Jam Jam.
It's because you made it.
I didn't make it. There was a different girl who made it.
Really?
Yeah.
Well,
I can't say her name because I haven't gotten permission for her to say her name.
I see.
I
wonder who the idea came from.
Yeah, I told her, but she made it.
I don't respond to it, but he likes to think I do. So.
What's your cool, hip kid's name?
I'm hip with the kids.
You're hip with the kids. Yeah. Okay, so why don't you... You're meeting someone for the first time. What do you want them to know about Jamila the person?
I like cats.
Okay, that's it, ladies and gentlemen. End of the first episode. But, what's like something that's new in the world of Jamila?
I've recently discovered how easy it is to public speak.
Public speak.
Due to recent events, it's just really easy because you forget everyone's there. And it turns out picturing everyone naked in the audience doesn't help at all. So, trial and
Especially
error.
not when you're giving one of those speeches to I don't know what I'm talking about. It's like those, I really don't know what I'm talking about, huh? Yeah, this is not going to go... This is pretty much how it's going to be for the next couple episodes. I'm going to have to get used to this, people. But, anything else that's new other than public speaking?
And cats?
And cats? Like this one down there? If we had a camera, we'd show you. But I'm currently working on a budget of $15 and the Android computer... Or that's not even a real thing. I don't think
I used to do martial arts for a really long... Well, I did do it for a really long time. Since kindergarten, practically. And I recently stopped for recent world event reasons. But I think I'm going to get back into it. So...
Well, that's good.
That's pretty cool.
Are you good at it?
I like to think so.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, I think she snapped the neck of 12 girls.
Oh my goodness, no. It was her wrist.
It was her wrist. Sorry, everyone. I have to give up my journalistic practices there. So, tell us, Jamila, if all goes well, can we expect you to be a regularly occurring guest on the show?
Absolutely. It only takes 12 minutes to bike to your house, so I could come whenever I want to.
Remember what I said about, addresses?
Yeah.
I think one of these episodes I should just do is just listing off the addresses of every single person I know.
I'm sure they'd love that.
Yeah, I don't think I'd get in trouble for that.
No, absolutely not. They'd be very appreciative.
Yeah.
All the fans are gonna rush over.
All the fans, all 5 of them. Thank you guys for subscribing, by the way. Like, we haven't even had a single episode yet. We have 5 subscribers. Sheesh, you know? But hopefully it's going to be more. This episode is probably going to go up a couple days after recording because it's being recorded from $12 Android LG Aristo. So I'm going to have to like find a way to get it to YouTube. Or maybe I'm just going to post on like Apple Podcasts. Who knows? Thanks, Jamila, for your help.
Applause.
Yeah. So, so after this point, we've kind of hit a standstill because I had a reference list of people who I wanted on this show, and Jamila was on it, and her description was friend, but doesn't talk very much. Because currently at the moment, she's looking at the cat and waving toward him. I don't know what he's doing. Jamila, take this for a second.
Oh, okay. And so here we have Paul. I'll just describe what's happening here for you. Paul is picking up the cat. Cat is coming. Oh, cat is scared. Oh, big-eyed
He's
cat.
not that scared. Okay, he's a cat. He's Flame Point Siamese. He's cute. His name's Hoover. Little guy.
Hi, Hoover.
Maybe I'll just like put a picture of him up or something because I can do that. And Jamila is currently petting him.
He has a little nose.
This is high entertainment, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for tuning in. But how far in are we? Like I said, first couple episodes are gonna be rough. We're about 6.5 minutes in. It's supposed to be about 15 minutes. But I shouldn't. What?
Sorry.
Did he just bite you?
No, he tickles me.
Oh, big difference. So we should probably have something to talk about.
What are your thoughts on the state of Idaho?
State of Idaho. Don't they make like potatoes there?
I don't know what happens there. I know nothing about Idaho.
Tune in for episode 20 where we go to Idaho and find out what's going on there. It's going to be a whole lot of fun.
You're going to make one of the 3
Maybe,
videos?
okay, well this is supposed to be like an introduction to the podcast. So maybe I should talk about some ideas that I've had. Or maybe I should make this one. I had an idea. I was going to do this for the second episode, but I realized it's probably better for the first one. I'm going to call up a list of people who I want on the podcast. And if you find this, be sure to send them this. I want to talk to these people. Send it to them. So we actually were supposed to have a third person here today, our friend Owen, but rest in peace. At the age of
my God.
Oh, he didn't die. That's not real.
Sorry.
He is getting his braces back on in junior year of high school.
That's a bummer.
That's a real big bummer, dude.
Oh, man.
Okay. Next person we want on. Owen's going to be here for episode 2. I'm recording that next week. But people who I haven't really talked to this about. Daria, she has lots on her mind, lots of interesting stuff to say. My friend Ethan, he could come on too. There's a guy named JC that I know. JC and Owen had a debate about something one time. I wasn't there for it. So I kind of want to bring them onto the podcast to where they could debate about that. Maybe that'd be like episode 3 or something. And then Jake, the world's most controversial man. I am Jake the Snake. He's a character. If I ever get him on the podcast, he said he would come on. But if I ever do get him on here, it's going to be quite the episode. Much better than this, supposedly. If Jamila will stop looking at my posters in the room.
Well, it has flags on it.
I know, it's really cool. My mom wants to get rid of it.
No.
Yeah, I'm 25 and I live in my mom's house. That's not true. Then, now I have 3 famous people who I want to... Famous, I use the quotes. My old friend Scarlett, I haven't talked to her in a while. She used to be an actress. You know, she has some interesting things to say about the acting industry. A girl that I knew, she has a YouTube channel called Leona Cat Gamer. She's famous. She's like 250 subs. That's pretty big, you know. She does Twitch streams. Talk to her about that. I haven't talked to her in a while. And then Ben Glasson, local legend. He makes songs. Maybe he can come on too. So yeah, that's my list of people who I demand a roll call.
Demand.
You know, like the draft when they draft people for wars.
That's what you're doing.
I'm drafting people to my podcast.
Oh my God.
Once you turn 18, you have to come on the Fall and Guest podcast. We're almost at 10 minutes.
Oh goodness.
Oh my. But this is actually going by pretty quick. We're like 2/3 of the way done, and we haven't really talked about anything.
It's like white noise.
Yeah, so I think I'm gonna try to find a way to get like the YouTube account to get it more than 15 minutes. Hoover's licking Jamila's fingers. Jamila, is there anything else that you'd like to talk about in relation to this podcast?
In relation to this podcast?
Yeah, or anything. But first, is there anything you'd like to do in this podcast? Like, what do you want to see on the Paul and Guest podcast?
I would like to have some debates going on. I think that would be really cool.
Debates, yeah. We have a lot of debates planned. It's going to be really cool. Yeah. Also, if I know you in real life, like, this cute cat. But if I know you in real life, and you want to be on this, be sure to ask me, because I'm desperate, man. I gotta get people on here. Hoover is currently cowarding away from Jamila. So yeah, anything else you want to talk about, Jamila?
I'd like to get everyone's true raw opinions, something that they're really passionate about and they can talk for a really long time, something like that.
Yeah, just have it the most controversial opinions out here, to where they're just it just ends in people just throwing chairs at each other.
Oh goodness.
That's the great thing,
I'm sitting on a boingy boing right now, so they could throw that at people's faces.
Yeah, I think you're allowed to do that. Speaking of, it's called an exercise ball, but we have a new term for it, the boingy boing. Owen, who will be here on next episode, did a thing where he took one of those and just ran into people, and they went flying about 10 feet. And I think we need more of that to sort of keep people in check, So, just overall, a great experience.
I think that's a good method.
I think it's a good method.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got to keep the people in line.
So, basically to summarize what's happened, the podcast, it's coming, it's real, it's going to be great. It's not great yet. I'm having fun doing this, but I don't think some random person coming across this is having a lot of fun right now. Just listening to two people just struggle talking. But, yeah, I'm really hoping that we can get this to where it actually is very entertaining. I need more people on, I need more ideas. I had jokes that were planned, but I couldn't find the joke cards, and I don't really want to say them. I could get kicked out of life. No, not really. But Jamila was going to say it, and that makes it fine. So
it's okay if I get in trouble.
Yeah, because it's not me.
Right.
And I'm the most important. This is why I made the podcast.
Not even famous yet, and just already.
Listen, I have 54 subscribers on YouTube.
Oh goodness.
I am bussin'. I had to ask. I think I can say his name, Robert. I had to ask him. He's 2 years younger than us. I had to ask him what that meant, because I didn't know what it meant. I was like, why do you keep saying bussin'? And he was just like, it's bussin'. And I was like, okay, I think I can take from there what that means. So yeah, this podcast is pretty bussin', kids. Kids, that's anatomically correct term. How long? We have less than 2 minutes left until this ends.
Oh goodness.
And we could end it now.
Could we?
Is there anything you want to talk about quick before the 2 minutes are up? Anything in the world. Anything you want to talk about?
Anything?
Anything.
Thoughts on languages?
Languages? I want to learn more of them, but I'm stupid.
What?
Or
That's not what I thought you were going to say.
I have a brain blockage where I just can't comprehend there being something other than English. So yo hablo español. And then that's about it. Yo puedo comer un rato grande.
Oh, yes.
The classic.
That was, man. I don't even know how that came about.
¿Qué ando, I thought that just means dude, but she said it meant something else. I'm not going to say what that means. But it actually seems that we're in the final minute.
Oh, man.
Sorry, we don't have enough time. I got to get the YouTube thing properly. It's a 15-minute limit. So, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to tell you, and Jamila here too, thank you so much for listening to the very first episode of this podcast. We're going to try to do our best to make this count, to make it fun. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Agree?
Of course.
Okay, thank you. Signed right there. She signed. So thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I hope to see you in the next couple episodes. It's going to be great. Trust me, it'll get great eventually. Hasta luego.
Bye.